What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another reaction video, and here we got Jordan Fridge. Okay, this is the weirdest episode of Drake and Josh ever. I don't know exactly what episode he's talking about, but I don't even know if I can make a guess because it's been a while since I've seen every single episode of Drake and Josh. So, the weirdest episode, I can recall weird moments, but the weirdest episodes, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. One of the weirdest episodes I could point out that I remember off the top of my head right now could be the one where when that girl came in, it was supposed to be like him and I think Drake was supposed to be was like, how can I say this? Basically, the girl wanted to marry Drake, and Josh kind of like set that whole thing up. I don't know what the episode was called, but Josh had something to do with them like getting together, and Drake couldn't really back out of it and something like that, and they had to figure out a way to stop the marriage from happening. Whatever episode that was, that was one of the weirdest episodes, I would say, especially some of the stuff that happened in that episode. Yeah, that was wild. But before we get started, if you hear rain in the background, it's thunderstorming, and I really hope I can block it out. But if I can't, I apologize. But let's just get into this video, man. And I have reacted to Jordan before. This is my first reaction to him.
Last year, I talked about what I thought was the weirdest episode of Drake and Josh, and a lot of you surely agreed, some disagreed, but what we all can agree on is that Drake and Josh was no stranger to having plenty of other weird episodes.
That's exactly, we're married. This is what it was. So it was Josh's pal, apparently. That's what it was. I knew it. We're married. That was one of the weirdest episodes. Okay.
On another rewatch of the show, since I can never let the past be the past, I experienced plenty more examples of what could be considered the weirdest episode ever. While of course this is all subjective, I do want to cast this episode into the weirdest series we do here on the channel as a rival to the previous weirdest Drake and Josh episode.
Okay.
This is episode 3 of season 3, titled We're Married? And it's one I remember vividly, but never really took the time to sit down and let the plot truly soak in as to understand its weirdness. The episode starts with Josh getting excited that his pen pal Yuka is visiting him in San Diego, USA from Udonia. No, that is not a real place. I know you are Googling to double check. It's not, but it does have this flag. The sacred goat on it will make sense later.
It's a Glockma!
Josh wants to make a great impression on Yuka, but right off the bat, Drake, as he usually does, takes a liking to her and begins to take Yuka's time away from Josh. Clearly, this is upsetting to him, especially after all the stuff he tried planning for her. Josh eventually has enough and confronts Drake, asking him to back off, as this was his friend that he was taking away from him. She didn't fly over to meet Drake, or this Drake, or this Drake, or even this Drake. So this Drake agrees to not pursue her anymore. They then overhear her calling her parents back in Udonia, saying that she is homesick, so Josh wants to do something real special for Yuka. He puts together a friendship ceremony in apparent Udonian tradition with the ceremonial MC to surprise her with. Cut to them now all holding hands and Drake saying Ine kurasai unjugo untaya, and now him and Yuka are married. So yeah, that's a problem. Not enough of a problem for Drake to still go in, kiss the girl. Wait, now I'm mixing up my Disney nostalgia, my Nickelodeon nostalgia.
Wow.
Stupid brain, you made me look cringe. No, wait a sec.
How dare you marry my E-woman?
Who knew Josh was living in 2021 back in 2005? Whew. Ain't that the dream, Josh? Ain't that the dream? So now we have a problem, right? She didn't really say homesick, she said she's sick of home. It's just a silly little mishap, not a big deal, but Drake doesn't want to be married. He's in high school, he's a player with women and doesn't want to be tied down. I mean, he's not even married for what seems a full day before he's hitting on another girl at the premiere movie theater, knocking her purse down to pick it up and hand it to her, saying lines that can only be conceited enough to be considered said first by Johnny Bravo. Except Drake isn't that buff and now slings NFTs on.
I would say I haven't seen Johnny Bravo, so I don't really get that connection, but I would want to watch it though, heavily.
Considered said first by Johnny Bravo. Except Drake isn't that buff and now slings NFTs on Clubhouse.
Whoa,
Wow.
just take it
NFT.
easy, man.
And on top of all this, she wants 9 children with him. 9. Drake barely passed the 9th grade, so of course the plot to get Drake out of the marriage starts. Josh tries calling the Udonian embassy. They want to annul the marriage. Heck, even Oprah won't help Josh here. Ah, revenge. You should have helped Josh. Now give me a 2002 Toyota Camry right now, Oprah. To make things go from 99 to 100, Yuka's parents arrive at the house to celebrate their daughter's marriage. They then have to explain to their parents in private from Yuka and her family that this was an accident and that Josh has one more plan to fix this. Cut to a bit later and everyone is eating and enjoying some finger foods that Josh had prepared, minus the Peruvian pup pepper from South America. Megan just stands in the background eating food while Drake finds out that Yuka's family are billionaires, resulting in him quickly changing his mind. But of course, Josh has already enacted his master plan. Remember that sacred goat we spoke about at the start of the video? Well, the meat he ends up serving the Udonians is goat balls? Yep, good old Glockma balls. This makes the family angry, they tear up the marriage license and annul the marriage altogether and leave to head back to Udonia. Drake, of course, now wants her back because of the access to billions he just lost. A young Gordon Gekko in the making. That's not even a good reference. Why would I say that? Kinda sucks that the pen pal that Josh has had for a long time is now probably never going to ever talk to him again. Oh, wait, a Marvel mid-credit scene. Wow, it's revealed that they're still pen pals and she has a new love in her life and that her parents bought her new love, the Boston...
I've never seen that! Because I think every time the episode ended, I always I always stopped watching it a little bit. Like I always moved on to the next show that I was gonna watch next, or even changing the channel. But I've never seen this. Hold on.
They're still pen pals and she has a new love in her life and that her parents bought her new love, the Boston Red Sox. Sports. Yuka will return in Z Nation. There are so many weird episodes of this show. I honestly can't tell if I remember it being this weird growing up and it being a normal thing as to not even have an inkling, not that inkling, that it's a bit different sometimes. Who knows, maybe after a while I'll find another episode on the same level of weird or weirder. Until then, thanks so much for peeping this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit like. It really helps out a lot and I truly do appreciate it. And I'm back to making weekly content. In fact, I'll have another video come out later this week. Thanks for the support on the other videos. It definitely made me a little bit anxious with so many people watching and saying nice things about them. So I took a little bit of a step away, but I promise I won't do that again, at least not on purpose. And I truly hope you understand. Anyway, there's going to be a new video on Friday. Until then, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Good job with this video, my boy. Because that was fire. Yeah, it's like, there's so many weird episodes on almost every other show that you could think of. Some of Victorious, iCarly, definitely Zoe 101. Especially a lot of dark moments, too, that I, that I had to take back and look back on. I was like, wow, that really was a dark episode. I just never noticed it. Tom and Jerry, SpongeBob. There was a lot of dark moments, you could say for sure. That gave me chills too, even when I didn't know it. But yeah, man, this was a great video from Jordan, man. I can't wait to react to more of your content because it's pretty hilarious at times. And yeah, and the stuff that I have watched off camera that I wish I would have reacted to, even better. But man, it's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. Go to my Patreon where all of my block reactions will be from now on without the blur and without the copyright on the screen. Turn on your post notifications because you'll be notified every time I drop a new video. So you do not want to miss it. But with that being said, I'm out, guys.